Hi, I'm Mark Mallett. This is the Now Word for November 18th, 2024. Well, as we look at the news headlines today, it seems that there is a handful of global leaders who are intent on bringing us into nuclear war. It's absolutely insane. In nuclear war, there are no winners. It would only drive the world into chaos. Why are these global leaders flirting with nuclear war? Well, the answer is that it may in fact be on purpose. In fact, we have over the last 3 centuries had our popes warning us about a secret society known as Freemasonry, comprised of many people from different walks of life, but funded by global banksters and so on. And they've been warning about this secret society whose plan is to overturn this present order and really remake it in their own image. And some people think this is a conspiracy theory, by the way. Well, conspiracy, yes. Theory, no. We've had 8 popes in 17 official documents condemning Freemasonry and over 200 papal condemnations issued by the Church, either formally or informally, in the past 3 centuries against Freemasonry. In fact, if you join this organization, you're automatically excommunicated from the Church. So the popes have taken it seriously, and I think we ought to as well. Because as we look at the direction in which the world is going, with these globalists now beginning to use this slogan of "let's build back better" and the Great Reset, it's very clear that you can't build something back better unless you destroy it first. And in order to reset something, you have to bring it to nothing, and then you reset. I mean, these are all cute little slogans that behind them seem to point toward a motto of Freemasonry that we've known that was adopted by the Illuminati centuries ago. And that motto was Ordo ab chaos, which means order out of chaos. That they want to create a new paradise on earth, one without Jesus Christ, the Son of God, at its center, but one again that is remade in their own image. I want to share with you now 7 quotes that essentially summarizes everything that is happening now and that is coming in the future, that has been prophesied from the early church fathers to the popes of the last century and Our Lady and many other prophets, and summarizing it all in these 7 quotes. John Paul II said, "When people think they possess the secret of a perfect social organization which makes evil impossible, they also think that they can use any means, including violence and deceit, in order to bring that organization into being. Politics then becomes a secular religion, which operates under the illusion of creating paradise in this world." And we know that Freemasonry has its own rituals and so on. It definitely is its own secular religion. In fact, UN Chief Secretary Antonio Guterres said earlier this year, "Our world is entering an age of chaos, a dangerous and unpredictable free-for-all with total impunity." Again, their goal, said Pope Leo XIII back in the late 19th century, is namely the utter overthrow of that whole religious and political order of the world which the Christian teaching has produced, and the substitution of a new state of things in accordance with their ideas, of which the foundations and laws shall be drawn from mere naturalism. Canadian prophet Michael D. O'Brien, one who I consider to be one of the chief prophets in our times, who decades ago has been writing about the times through which we're now living through his novels and through his artwork, said, "They will unleash unprecedented horrors, famines, plagues, wars, and ultimately divine justice. In the beginning, they will use coercion to further reduce population, and then if that fails, they will use force." Regarding this unleashing of divine justice, Jesus said to St. Faustina, "I do not want to punish aching mankind, but I desire to heal it, pressing it to my merciful heart. I use punishment when they themselves force me to do so. My hand is reluctant to take hold of the sword of justice. Before the day of justice, I am sending the day of mercy. I am prolonging the time of mercy for the sake of sinners. But woe to them if they do not recognize this time of my visitation. And so we look at where we are in 2024, and it seems to be very much what Our Lady of Fatima predicted in 1917. She said, God is about to punish the world for its crimes by means of war, famine, and persecutions of the Church and of the Holy Father. The good will be martyred. The Holy Father will have much to suffer. Various nations will be annihilated. In the end, my Immaculate Heart will triumph, and a period of peace will be granted to the world. John Paul II said that after purification through trial and suffering, the dawn of a new era is about to break. And so there you have, in a nutshell, what is here and coming upon the world. And Jesus, our Lord, described all of this in Matthew 24, calling these wars and rumors of wars and famine, plague and persecutions, labor pains. That's what he called them, which means that after this labor, there's a new birth. It's not the end of the world, therefore, coming. That's not what Jesus said. He said these things would happen, and he said that this gospel would then be preached to the ends of the earth as a witness to the nations, and then the end would come. What is coming, according to the early church fathers, is the day of the Lord. And for them, the day of the Lord was not a 24-hour day at the very end of the world. It wasn't. It's this period of time coming in which peace and justice will kiss, as the prophet Isaiah said. A period of peace, a new era, said John Paul II, that is coming, which will be a witness to the nations. And then, Jesus said, the end will come.